So, Ken, what are some of the biggest challenges Outward Hound has faced operating on Amazon, and how have these challenges changed over the years?
Biggest challenges. Oh, there's
Too many to mention.
so many with Amazon. I'd say one of the biggest challenges that we have is had actually was Amazon over ordering and building too much stock, which is actually is a worse problem to have. And we've kind of learned from that. Of course, initially you think that's great. We're getting these massive orders, and it's like revenue is generating. It's doing really well. But then you come to the point where, okay, demand slows down. They've overbought, and then of course they want to come back to you and they want you to support to sell out the inventory, which isn't good for you because then you're losing margin on that. So I think that's one of our biggest challenges that we've learned to overcome is to kind of mitigate that, and we can look at what is Amazon actually forecasting. Are they overbuying? And bring that a little bit more in line so they actually meet more with their sell-through, which keeps you out of this constant, promo and them asking for money and wanting you to mark down products and whatnot. So I think that's one of the biggest challenges to stay out of that loop. And then of course, then it's the chargebacks that you get for late deliveries and everything else. And I think when you're when you're based in Europe and you're delivering all to all the marketplaces, including the UK, that's one of the key things you need to negotiate properly with the vendor manager is to make sure that you have delivery windows that can actually be achieved. That's critical to the business.
So they sound like significant challenges. And how have you kind of mitigated those challenges? Like, is it the relationship that you've built up with Amazon over time? Is it software? Is it in-house kind of support that's enabled you to track and monitor that data more proficiently?
Yeah, actually, we used to have actually a individual who helped us with both inventory planning, the Amazon forecasting, because you get three different types of forecasts from Amazon, and you kind of have to find the truth in between those. And what we've actually moved to about a year ago is we created our own algorithm that goes out and pulls all the forecasts, and then we combine that with our Power BI, which monitors Amazon sell-through, Amazon sell-in, and then that helps kind of balance out those reports, so we can more easily detect when they're overbuying, underbuying, etc., so that we can key on certain items if we have to.
Thank you. So, for any brands listening that are perhaps new to vendor or far less experienced, do you have any recommendations or advice on how best to do that kind of planning and forecasting and pushing back perhaps to Amazon as well?
Yeah, well, and I mean, sometimes I think one of the things is you have to be not afraid to cut the PO so that they don't overbuy. So if you let's say they normally buy 500 units, every week or every 2 weeks or something, and then you all of a sudden see a 4,000 unit order or 5,000 unit order, you need to take a look at that and see. Go into the Amazon Vendor Central, take a look at that. Is there, have they sold through their inventory, and actually kind of dig into it. And you can also ask for help from the AVS and say, look, this seems like a really large order. What do you see driving on your side? And then figure that out before you actually accept all those units and ship them in. Because again, you're trying to avoid the future problem.